Hello, everyone.
Hey everyone, this is Kevin and Serena's top anime tier list. Let's get into it. One take and honest, candid remarks. All right, you can see the chairs behind us. Okay,
Yeah.
Serena.
So let's just quickly introduce, if you can't see it.
Serena, what are
We
you?
have the S tier,
What are you talking
A
about?
tier,
All right.
B tier, C, and D tier.
Oh my. Okay. What are we? 5 years old? Okay, Serena. Let's go with the first one.
Wait, we have to introduce our shirts. So to prepare for this event, we are wearing our anime shirts. This one says special grade. Show the back.
Nice, very nice.
That's Jujutsu Kaisen. And Kevin
Okay.
has Spy X Family from Uniqlo.
This is not fashion show. This is anime tier
New
list.
York Fashion Week.
Okay, first one we got put is AOT.
AOT.
Attack on Titan. What do you think, Serena?
AOT.
Oh my gosh.
Seasons.
We're a minute in.
We
can't do this.
recently finished the AOT in Japan. I think it was really great. We were talking to my cousin and she let us know how the author of AOT actually wrote it all when he was in college, right? Or something like that. You might need a fact check.
I don't need the history lesson, Serena. I want you to put it in the tier list. Okay, I'm putting it in S tier right away.
Why?
Because AOT, of all the things we've seen, has good action, but the plot twist and the character development is extremely, extremely good. It feels like you're kind of going one way, and then like the characters like twist around. You don't know who's the good guy and the bad guy. I think season 3, the finale where the group gets split up, where Zeke versus
Is that a
Erwin.
spoiler?
And I don't care about spoilers, but the Erwin and Armin, kind of like that kind of thing, that is definitely my favorite arc. It's so good. And season 4, of course, is blast. So
Yeah.
S tier for me. What about you, Serena?
Yeah, I would agree S tier. I think season 1, we follow the plot of Eren, Armin, and Mikasa, but I feel like with each season, the storytelling and who is telling the story is so different that we get a different perspective on who we should root for. And whereas I feel like a similar, like a usual anime or even just cartoon or any kind of TV show, there's usually a protagonist and antagonist that you would root for, but here it's really unclear. And I think the larger narrative that it has against war, or who feels like they're right in justifying their perspective of war, even if it is a moral reason, is always it always has tension depending on who sees it. There's always a way to justify it from your vantage point. So I agree. S tier.
All right, there we go. Speaking of war, we need to talk about Vinland Saga. All right, Vinland Saga is next. Where are you gonna put it?
Yeah, so just a quick intro about Vinland Saga.
You don't need to intro it.
It's a Viking. No, I just want to.
What?
Calm down. Vinland Saga is the most recent anime that we caught up to, and is a Viking anime. Okay.
Great. Okay, Viking anime. No, what? Okay. What are you gonna put Vinland Saga, Serena?
I would put it as A tier. I think if I was just rating season 1, I would have put it at a B or C tier because the plot and the character development in Thorfinn was just so slow, and he just seems like a very one-dimensional character of being set on revenge and always doing the as Asgard. Yeah. But it definitely picked up where we see this different side, and definitely see the intrigue of Vinland and exploring what Vinland represents to different people. So A tier for me.
Yeah. I think honestly, I was a little disappointed by the lack of action, and the animation is not necessarily the best, but I definitely think that like we got to talk about Vinland before. Like of all the animes, like there's always like, oh, believe in yourself, like fight hard. But I think Vinland's message is so good. Its message of like you have no enemies. Like I think that one, like you listen to it and it actually changes your life, right? Like other animes, blah blah blah, fight demons and stuff, but Vinland Saga actually can change your life, actually for something positive and something we actually need, like literally in society right now. So I think not animation's not that good, but A tier just for the message.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it kind of explores similar themes where AOT, I think there's just a lot of like in both actually, there's a lot of like relentless killing and kind of like indiscriminate killing of which characters got killed off. But you kind of see the effects of war on Dorfin, and like his denouncement of war is a very new message that I don't think we see in usual lore.
That's true. That's true. Oh, by the way, another reason why Attack on Titan is S tier is they're actually willing to kill characters. So I expect to see a lot of people die in the last section, the last part, whenever that comes out. Okay, next one. Let's do
Spy X Family.
Okay, Spy Family. Not
Something
not
lighter.
Spy X Family, Spy Family.
There's an
Serena.
X in there, right?
Anyway, okay. Clearly, you're not much of a weeb.
Isn't there an X?
Get your hands off me, woman!
X-Men.
Get your hands off me! Alright, where would you put Spy Family?
I'm caught between B and C. I typically am not a person that is a slice of life kind of person. Though I do feel like Anya has a lot of iconic moments and memes of people making like she's a very likable character. Her faces are really funny. I also did like this scene of who's that? Nightfall, the lady who just keeps saying Suki des to I forgot the guy's name. Lorman?
Yeah, Lorman. There you go. Yeah.
The name escapes me. But yeah, I think it's nice, but I feel like the plot every single time just feels kind of similar. So I would say B.
You say B tier? Alright, I disagree. How can you put Spy Family, the hottest like anime for slice of life? Like you got the lovable characters, like fun design. It's just like such a prime slice of life anime. I feel like the animation's good, right? You even bring up the tennis match. I was rewatching clips of like you're destroying the tennis ball. Like they got the animation like them doing acrobatic things. Like and then even Anya throwing the dodgeball. You know what I'm talking about, right?
That was a good scene.
Right?
Yeah. But it's just hard. Like if I was rating this across all slice of life anime, this would be S tier. But because I think my preference is slice of life is a bit too slow. It is a bit biased of where I put that.
Man, all right. I would put it in
action.
A, but since we're married and we're talking about a married family, we'll compromise and put it in a B. Okay, moving on.
Let's do My Hero.
My Hero? Okay. My Hero belongs... Alright, this is my take on My Hero. My Hero, first 2 or 3 seasons, with the guy, the Beak overhaul, so good. I have rewatched the One for All versus All for One fight so many times. United States of Smash, so good. Also, Deku versus Muscular, watched that so many times. I think I cried watching those things. First 2 seasons are so good. Then season 4 and 5 are so bad. It's like so boring watching Class A and Class B fight. And I just realized, wow, like the veneer has rubbed off my eyes. And like, wait, this is just like shonen, like bland, straightforward, like I just gotta power up and do my best. So I don't know. I'm a little torn. I think the recent seasons have put a bad taste in my mouth. So based on recency bias, I'm putting it in B tier.
Really? After all of that, I would have expected you to put it at C or D after your explanation.
Oh no, I think you gotta acknowledge the first 3 seasons. Still really good.
Was it the 3 seasons?
Yeah.
What season is it on it now?
I think it's like 4 or 5. I don't remember anymore.
I would put it at a C or D tier.
Damn.
I think, yeah, I agree with Kevin completely that season 1 was really, really great. And I think we continue to look forward to it. But it got to the point where as each episode dragged on, we couldn't bring ourselves to finish a lot of the episodes. And we had a friend that continued to tell us, like, oh, keep watching, you'll get better, get better. But I feel like we did that for a whole season and it didn't really get better. And I feel like Deku's character is just... like, at some point, it just gets super repetitive, where he's always rehashing what he has to do, how he has to power up, go beyond his strength to fight. And it's just like a new villain, but same Deku. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's super interesting. So I would put it at a C.
I will acknowledge that we stopped watching after the Shigaraki versus Deku fight, and supposedly Deku goes rogue. He has like this character development, and I acknowledge that that's probably good. I don't think it's enough to salvage it for me.
Yeah, because it took so long to get there, and then they have like silly little things like high school plays and Christmas skits that took like too many episodes. But I guess they want to, invoke this sense of childhood that even though there's like crime fighting, they also have the chance to be children. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's just a lot of wasted time.
True.
See?
True.
Fine.
See?
If you want to be.
Nah, it's gotta be a B. You can't disregard the first three. Also, we're 10 minutes in. We gotta speed it up.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Okay, Jujutsu Kaisen. You like this one, right? I mean,
Special
obviously,
grade.
I think we're gonna differ.
What I like about Jujutsu Kaisen is how comedic it is. Like I feel like for an action anime, I wouldn't say, Attack on Titan or Vinland Saga makes me laugh. But I remember this particular scene where I get all their names confused now.
Oh my.
What's his name?
I don't know. Who's him?
The main character?
Oh, Gojo.
No, that's not
Gojo's the main character.
The guy with the spiky hair, I forgot his name.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
See, that's how not good
we
it is.
haven't watched it in so long.
Yeah,
it's been like a year.
All right,
and there's only a
B
few
tier,
episodes.
B tier. That
No,
is
no,
B
I
tier,
haven't
B tier. It is
finished.
B tier.
But there was this specific time where Gojo was training him, and then he was just like, he had to keep the pets asleep or something like that. And I just remember it being so funny because, in a typical arc of someone ramping up to be like a superhero, I feel like it's like from 0 to 100, where it's kind of like similar to like the Deku, where it's like, I need to be strong, I need to be moral, I need to save all of these people, and there's this hero complex. But then this guy is just like a silly, man who eats fingers, and it's just like kind of, oblivious to life, but just does his thing, and then it somehow works. And so I feel like there's a lot of human moments shown in this guy where he's just kind of along for the ride, seeing what happens, kind of reckless, but very boyish. So I really appreciate that. And I think I really like seeing brute strength and just like inhumane strength, which every time Gojo appears, he's just on another dimension compared to everyone else. And also, we watched Jujutsu Kaisen the movie prior, and that was really good. That set everything up.
That was good.
So it was beautiful. So I would say A tier.
A tier?
Or even, A tier, but then I think it has the potential to move to S tier.
What? You crazy. No way.
If more episodes came out, I do feel like it will be a S tier.
You would put it in S tier?
Yes.
You put it as like your on the same lines of Attack on Titan.
Yes.
How? How can it be that good?
It is very good because
What? Because
it's so good because Gojo is
good.
amazing. The movie itself was beautiful. Like, who would have known that the curse was actually brought upon by himself? There's like stories of friendship from these outcasts. Everyone's an outcast.
Man, that's like every shonen anime. Oh, I'm an outcast. I'm an orphan. I have special
But he's
powers.
just not an annoying main character that's like, I'm gonna do this on behalf of everyone else. He's got an edge to him.
Okay. I will give it to you. I'll put it in A tier. I'll put it in A tier because I do think it takes classic shonen tropes. There's two guys and a girl. Really cool teacher. Basically Naruto 2.0, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it is fun. It's fun. I think Yuji has a good personality.
Is it Yuji?
Yeah, just look at
that. That's the movie.
No, Yuji's the main character.
Really?
Really? Is it? Whatever. Maybe.
This is awkward.
Wait, maybe you're right. Okay, anyway, but they get straight into the action. I appreciate that they didn't like develop it with small demons. They went straight into special grade, and it was a lot of fun. I think the side characters are added some depth, like the Besto Friendo guy. Pretty fun.
Yes! Love that guy. Besto Friendo.
Exactly. So yeah, it's just really fun. I think I'm a little worried that this sounds like the first season is really good. It could have the same My Hero problem where later season maybe it stales out. But so far, okay, just really good shonen, I think, and overcome some cliches that I can tolerate some cliches, I think, and it's good. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on. Why don't we do Chainsaw Man?
Moving on, Mugen Train.
Mugen Train.
Moving on the Mugen Train.
All right.
We can do Chainsaw Man. Your favorite?
Yeah.
You
All
go
right.
first.
I'll be the first one to say it. I have reread Chainsaw Man, the manga part 1, like over 10 times. I love the manga so freaking much. And like I was so happy we got to see the exhibit when we were in Japan. But I'll be the first to say C tier. C tier.
Wow.
Chainsaw Man belongs in C tier
C for Chainsaw.
Because the truth is, like, I mean, it was a great, really well produced anime. I think it was really well done by Mappa Studios or whatever. But the beginning part of part 1 is just very boring shonen. It's just like guy special powers. It's really not that great. Anyone who's read the manga knows, it gets crazy after the Hell arc, the Assassin arc, all that kind of stuff. Even the Reese arc is really good to a certain extent. We're just not there yet, so I
It's
don't
like
know.
a slow ramp up, right?
Yeah.
Slow burn.
And the animation's good. The fight scenes, I don't. I'll be the first to say also that Chainsaw Man fight scenes are not that great. They're very chaotic. It's not really well choreographed. Mappa did a good job of renditioning and actually adding onto it, but I'm not rewatching any of these things. I'll rewatch other anime fight scenes, but
What
like
fight scenes did we see so far? Was it just the Gun Devil?
no, Gun Devil hasn't even appeared yet.
Or
So,
like,
it's Katana Man versus Chainsaw Man.
oh yeah, that
Um,
was okay.
I don't know. Yeah. So
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen was so much better in fight scenes. Yeah, I agree. I would put it at a C or D. But I mean, yeah, having read the manga, I'm sure there's more to come. But this is based on what we've watched so far.
exactly.
Yeah. All right, Demon Slayer.
All right, where are you gonna put it, Serena?
I think looking at the list, I still want to advocate Jujutsu as S tier.
No way! I will not. I will not. I will die on
We'll
it.
say
No
a
way.
S minus tier then.
No.
Or like a separate special. It's S for special grade.
No, there's not.
It's so good. It's so good.
If it was so good, you would remember the main character. You would have rewatched it. You didn't. Clearly
I
not.
don't usually watch things, but look, I have his T-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Mugen Train or
Not Mugen Train. What the heck?
Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer. Oh, it's been a while.
What are you talking about? We watched it on
No,
Sunday.
like season 1 and 2. I
Oh.
don't really remember. I like the Spider arc, the Spider-Man arc.
Oh.
I think before I used to really like Demon Slayer because of how redemptive it was to exploring the backstory of how someone became a demon, and even the ways that Tanjiro kind of restored the honor of a demon, right? So like if someone was, I think there was a scene where there was a artist or someone that like played an instrument, but then they never got the praise that they need, and then so that kind of manifested into their demon power. And I think towards the end of Tanjiro, he was just respecting their work and said like, this is really good. And you kind of see like him doing that throughout different demons, whether they lost a brother or a mother, and even just like the Spider-Man guy, he always wanted a sense of family and he was unable to recreate that, and so he was very envious of what Deku had with Nezuko. So I feel like those stories were really beautiful, but now in a sense it kind of becomes so formulaic in the latter seasons that it's like Deku always Tanjiro similar to Deku, always pushing beyond their limits, breaking something, bloody Tanjiro not having enough breath, then doing some sort of fire breathing or like dragon dance kind of thing to like channel that. Always yelling when Nezuko gets hurt, Nezuko coming out of the basket, going through extreme lengths to protect her brother. Classic Demon A, Demon B, and then as you were mentioning too, there's just such a similar orphan story for all of them, that it's always them losing a parent to a demon, and then that is their origin story, versus like losing a friend would have been interesting to explore. So yeah, I just feel like it's so formulaic, so expectant, but the animation is really beautiful. I think the use of colors, just like the flashes that we see, how intense and fast it is. I think it's really a beautiful piece of art. So
All right, what tier list? You talked a lot. You got a lot of reasoning.
I would put it as a A tier.
What?
At our list.
Why? Why would you just criticize
Because
it?
Spy Family, I think it would still have to have a level up because of its animation, right? That does take a lot of time, no? Like if I were to
What?
just compare stories, I think like Rengoku with Mugen Train is still more of a compelling story than Spy Family or My Hero Academia, which is a bunch of kids in class trying to run around and do things.
So-
Like there's no storyline in that.
Really? So based on the story of Demon Slayer, you like it better. You put it in A tier.
Yeah, I think there's a bit more thought and intention given to the redemption of each person's stories that I appreciate, even though they are pretty trite.
All right. If this is your, then what's the redemption in Jujutsu Kaisen, huh?
Well, we saw it in
No
the movie.
redemption.
In the movie.
Oh yeah, in the movie, but it wasn't even part with the main characters.
But Jujutsu Kaisen has had the fewest release episodes out of all of these anime, right?
And not a single aspect of redemption. Alright, that's it. We're bumping Jujutsu Kaisen down to B tier.
No,
goodbye,
no.
goodbye, goodbye. We're putting it down. Don't block your head with the tier list.
We have yet to explore.
Get off me. What are you doing?
Move it back.
The people can't see. I control the tier list. Oh my. Alright. No, we're putting it down.
Why are you putting it at B? Then
Okay.
if you put Jujutsu Kaisen at B, everything has to be bumped down one. So Chainsaw Man has to go to D and Spy Family.
Alright. I'm down for that. Jujutsu Kaisen go to B. There we go.
Okay.
'Cause-
No, but then I would put Jujutsu at A and then Vinland at B.
What? No way. The message of Vinland is so much better.
Fine.
Alright,
But Gojo's so cool. Gojo's coolness belongs in S tier.
Alright, then what are you gonna put Demon Slayer?
Demon Slayer, I will put it as B.
B?
Yeah. Just for the animation. Imagine if there were stick figures.
Why would I imagine that stick
Okay.
figures? Alright, I think I'll agree. I think I'll just keep it. This video is 21 minutes. No one's gonna be watching this anyway. So I will just say that Demon Slayer has the worst shonen cliches. I think it is just so annoying how goody two shoes Tanjiro is. And like the jokes are so bad. It's just them yelling and just like freaking out. It's so cringe for me. I think the one redeeming thing for Demon Slayer is the fight scenes. It's just so good. Like I've rewatched the Rengoku fight so many times, and like the Sun God Halo move that Tanjiro has in the new season is so good, and the sound effects are so good. It is like peak animation, and so I think that saves it from being in like C tier. It is definitely a step up. But man, it is the worst of anime shonen cliches. So, yeah, I hope it gets better, but I'm not really having much hope. It's just like, it really is worse.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright.
Alright, so as a review, S tier, Attack on Titan. A, Vinland Saga. B, Jujutsu Kaisen, but should be a S tier.
Boo.
Demon Slayer. C is Spy Family and My Hero Academia. And D is Chainsaw Man. Let us know if you agree with this, or we are also taking recommendations for new anime to watch. Based on these ones that we like, please let us know what we should watch next, because we have nothing else to watch now that we caught up to everything.
You should rewatch Jujutsu Kaisen. Remember the main character's name.
I wouldn't mind rewatching, yeah. We should.
I can't believe
What's his name?
I don't know.
Denjiro.
No, it's not. Okay. Bye. Goodbye.
Bye.